What would your life look like if you simply stayed disciplined no matter what? Imagine for a moment what it would feel like to consistently make the right choices day after day, to take control of your time, your habits, and your energy without being distracted by fleeting pleasures or doubts. What if the only thing standing between you and the success you've always dreamed of is the discipline to stay committed even when it's hard? This isn't about talent. It's not about luck. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment to arrive. Success is about something deeper, something more powerful than any external circumstance. It's about discipline. The truth is, most people give up before they even come close to realizing their potential. They wait for motivation to strike, but motivation is temporary. It comes in waves, lifting us up when we feel inspired and disappearing the moment life gets tough. But discipline doesn't leave you. Discipline stays. It is the steady hand that guides you through the chaos of life, the quiet strength that helps you keep going, even when the world tries to knock you down. Discipline is the foundation of all success, the quiet force that shapes the lives of the greatest achievers. The world's most successful people didn't get where they are by waiting for the right opportunity to fall into their lap. They got there because day in and day out, they chose to show up. They chose to put in the work when others were choosing comfort. They chose to be disciplined when everything inside them screamed to quit. You're capable of so much more than you give yourself credit for. But it's not enough to just want it. It's not enough to simply dream of success. Success comes from taking action, consistent, disciplined action. Every small decision you make either moves you closer to your goals or drags you further away. And the beauty of discipline is that it doesn't require any grand gestures. It's the small, seemingly insignificant moments that add up. The choice to get up early, the decision to push through the discomfort, the commitment to keep going when everything tells you to stop. If you stick with it, if you make the decision to stay disciplined no matter what, you will eventually see the results. They might not come overnight, but they will come. And when they do, they will be so much more rewarding because you'll know you earned them. You didn't wait for the perfect opportunity. You didn't hope for luck. You didn't rely on motivation. You relied on discipline. It's time to stop waiting for the stars to align. It's time to stop hoping for some magical shift. The only shift that matters is the one you make within yourself. When you commit to discipline, you commit to success. It's the key that unlocks everything you've been striving for. And I promise you the results will be worth every moment of effort. Stay with me as we dive deeper into why discipline is not just a tool. It's the mother of success. And it's the one thing you can control every single day. You have the power to change your life. It all starts with one simple choice. Discipline. Keep watching, because what you do next will determine everything. You may be wondering, what does discipline actually look like in action? It's not just about forcing yourself to do things you don't want to do. It's about creating a life where your actions reflect your highest aspirations, where your choices are guided by your vision and not by fleeting impulses. Discipline is the daily commitment to align your actions with your purpose. It's the habit of showing up, even when the mood isn't right, even when you're tired, even when the world is pushing you to take shortcuts. Think about it. Every time you resist the urge to take the easy way out, every time you stay focused on the long-term goal instead of giving in to short-term gratification, you are building a new version of yourself. Every small act of discipline is like a vote for the person you want to become. It's the quiet moments, the ones that no one sees, where your character is truly shaped. These are the moments that determine your success. Not the big, dramatic decisions, but the daily, consistent ones. The ones that, when added together, form the path to greatness. Discipline is not about perfection. It's about progress. The key to mastery is not avoiding mistakes, but learning to get back on track when you stray. Everyone falters. Everyone faces setbacks. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is simple. Discipline. It's the refusal to give up, the ability to keep moving forward even when the road is tough. The successful understand that failure is just a stepping stone, a lesson that strengthens them for the next challenge. But without discipline, failure can feel like a roadblock, a reason to quit. Discipline doesn't let you quit. It pushes you to keep going, to learn from each stumble, to rise and try again. When you choose discipline, you choose growth. You choose to transform yourself into someone who doesn't just wish for success, but who actively creates it. It's not about waiting for things to change. waiting for life to become easier, or waiting for the perfect opportunity to arrive. Discipline makes you take action today, even when tomorrow seems uncertain. It teaches you that the future you want is not something that happens to you, but something you build. Step by discipline step. Think about the most successful people in the world. They didn't wake up one day and find everything in place. They didn't rely on motivation, and they didn't wait for the stars to align. They made their success happen through small daily actions fueled by discipline. And that's what you can do too. Every decision you make, every hour you spend focused, every task you complete with precision brings you one step closer to your goals. It might not feel like much in the moment, but each small action compounds. Over time, it creates a ripple effect that transforms your life. The real secret of success is that it's built in the small moments. The consistency, the persistence, the quiet discipline, and choosing to work on yourself day after day. This is what separates those who talk about success from those who actually achieve it. Success doesn't come to those who wait for it. It comes to those who show up every day, no matter what. The discipline to keep going when no one is watching is what will carry you through the darkest times, what will push you to keep building, even when the results aren't immediate. And here's the beautiful truth. The more disciplined you become, the easier it gets. It may feel hard in the beginning, but as you build momentum, as you prove to yourself that you can stick to your commitments, it starts to feel natural. Discipline becomes less of a struggle and more of a lifestyle. The rewards are not just external, they're internal too. You'll feel the deep satisfaction that comes from knowing you did what you set out to do. You'll build an unshakable trust in yourself. And that trust is the true power behind your success. You're probably starting to realize that discipline isn't just about doing what's easy or what feels good in the moment. It's about showing up for your future self, no matter the distractions or challenges in front of you. But here's the thing. The world is built to test your discipline. Every single day, you will face temptations that pull you off course. The distractions are endless. Your phone, your friends, the comfort of avoiding discomfort. But every time you choose discipline over those distractions, you're building the life you want. You're not just building habits, you're building your destiny. The truth is, the most successful people in the world didn't achieve their greatness by having more talent or luck than you. They achieved it because they mastered one thing: discipline. They made a choice every single day to push through when others would have given up. They sacrificed the short-term comfort for long-term success, and in doing so, they transformed their lives. You have the same power to change yours, but it requires one simple thing: consistency. What's powerful about discipline is that it doesn't care about your mood, your circumstances, or the opinions of others. It only cares about the choices you make. There's no perfect time to start. There's no moment when the stars will align and make it easier. The truth is, the best time to commit to your future is right now. Every minute you waste waiting for motivation or the right moment is a minute lost in your journey. Success doesn't wait for anyone. It's a constant moving force that only responds to those who are committed enough to follow through. When you choose discipline, you are choosing to take control of your life. You're saying, I will not let my circumstances define me. I will define my own path. And this choice made over and over again, no matter how small the action, will take you farther than you could ever imagine. Every day you commit, you strengthen your resolve. And with every commitment, you start to build an unbreakable bond with your goals, a relationship that cannot be shaken by doubt, fear, or setback. Think about the power that comes with staying consistent. It's in those quiet, seemingly insignificant moments when you choose to take action that you build a momentum that will carry you through the tough times. When you stick to your routine, when you show up even when you don't feel like it, you are laying the foundation for your future success. The more you do this, the more you transform. You stop being someone who talks about success and start being someone who lives it, who embodies it. And when you get to that point, it becomes impossible for failure to hold you back. Discipline doesn't just change your actions, it changes the way you think. It shifts your mindset from one of limitations to one of possibilities. The more you practice discipline, the more you begin to see that you have control over your future. Your success isn't in the hands of chance or luck. It's in your hands because you have the power to create it every single day. This realization is freeing. It means that no matter where you start, No matter the setbacks or obstacles in your way, you can build the life you want. And that power is yours today, right now, in this moment. So let the distractions fade away. Let the doubts and fears fall to the side. You are the architect of your life, and discipline is the tool that will help you build it. The journey will be hard, but it will also be worth it. Every small act of discipline is a step forward, and before you know it, you'll look back and see a mountain of progress you've made. That mountain is your success, and it was built with every choice you made to stay disciplined. Keep going, because your future is waiting for you, and it's closer than you think. The hardest part is often not starting, but staying consistent. The initial excitement fades, enthusiasm wanes. When the newness wears off, what's left? That's where discipline steps in. It is the ability to show up even when the spark of motivation feels distant. It's the commitment to keep moving forward when the path ahead seems unclear, when the results aren't yet visible, and when every part of you wants to quit. Discipline is the fire that keeps you going. When the initial burst of energy burns out, it pushes you forward, not because it's easy, but because you know what's at stake. This is where so many fall short. They start with passion, they begin with purpose, but when the challenges arise, they lose sight of the end goal. They lose faith. But those who truly succeed understand something crucial. Success is not a sprint, it's a marathon. It's the slow, steady commitment to show up every day, even when progress feels invisible. The results don't always happen immediately, but every disciplined action, no matter how small, creates a ripple effect that eventually changes everything. Your discipline doesn't need to be perfect. It doesn't need to be dramatic. It simply needs to be consistent. Each time you choose discipline, you strengthen your character. Each time you push through the resistance, you are building a life that others only dream of. The person who is successful isn't the person who is the most talented, the smartest, or the luckiest. They are the person who refuses to stop, who refuses to make excuses, who gets up every day and does the work, even when it feels like no one is watching. That's where the magic happens. In the small moments when no one is looking, when it seems like nothing is changing. That's when your discipline shapes your future. You can't see the fruits of your labor yet, but they're growing beneath the surface. Every disciplined choice, every commitment you make to show up is a seed planted in your future success, and those seeds will grow into something extraordinary. The truth is, success isn't just about reaching a goal. It's about becoming the kind of person who can sustain that success. Discipline teaches you to be that person. It teaches you patience, resilience, and endurance. It teaches you that greatness isn't about having it all together from the start, but about continuing to move forward even when you don't. Every step forward, no matter how small, moves you closer to becoming the person who can achieve anything they set their mind to. So let go of the need for perfection. Let go of the idea that every step has to be flawless. Let go of the expectation that you should be free from mistakes. Discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about being persistent. It's about showing up day after day and doing the work, even when it feels uncomfortable, even when it feels hard. It's the ability to keep going when the world seems to be pulling you in 100 different directions. This is the difference between those who achieve their dreams and those who fall short. It's not about talent. It's not about timing. It's about consistency. It's about the refusal to let obstacles stop you, the refusal to let setbacks define you. Every time you push forward, you are becoming the person you need to be. You are becoming the person who can handle whatever comes your way. And that is what will carry you to the success you seek. So if you've been doubting yourself, if you've been thinking that success is out of reach or that you're not cut out for it, let this be your wake-up call. You have everything you need to succeed. You don't need more talent. You don't need more resources. You just need more discipline. Keep showing up. Keep doing the work. The results will come. And when they do, you will look back and realize that the hardest part wasn't the struggle. It was staying disciplined through it all. And you did it. You stayed the course, and now success is yours. There's a powerful truth that many overlook. Discipline isn't just about working harder. It's about learning how to work smarter, how to focus your energy on what truly matters, and how to say no to distractions that pull you away from your purpose. It's about cutting through the noise and tuning into the things that will move the needle forward. This is what separates those who thrive from those who just get by. The successful aren't necessarily working the hardest. They are simply working with purpose, aligning their actions with their goals, and sticking to it no matter the cost. Discipline doesn't just happen by accident. It's a decision that you make over and over again with every small action you take. It's the refusal to let circumstances dictate your future. It's the relentless drive to keep going when everything inside you tells you to give up. The world will always try to pull you off course. There will always be temptations to quit, to take shortcuts, to believe that what you're doing isn't worth the effort. But those who succeed are the ones who keep moving forward, even when the world tells them to stop. You might feel the weight of the struggle right now, but remember this: everything you are doing today is shaping your future. Each small act of discipline compounds into something extraordinary. It may not feel like much at first, but over time, those small, consistent actions will create a momentum that's unstoppable. It's like building a house, one brick at a time. It doesn't seem like much in the beginning, but as you continue to lay those bricks, the house starts to take shape. And eventually you look back and realize you've built something monumental. That's the power of discipline. It's the ability to stay focused and keep building, even when you can't see the progress right away. The results are not immediate, but they are inevitable. What's most important is that you don't stop. Every day that you choose to stay disciplined, you are one step closer to the life you desire. You are one step closer to becoming the person you were always meant to be. And every time you resist the urge to give up, you prove to yourself that you have what it takes to succeed. Discipline is not about making sacrifices, it's about making smart choices. It's about asking yourself, is this action moving me closer to where I want to go? If it's not, then you make the disciplined choice to stay focused. You let go of the distractions, the excuses, and the doubt, and you commit to taking the actions that will bring you closer to your goals. It's not easy, but it's simple. The hardest part is making the decision to start, and then the hardest part becomes keeping going over and over, day after day. But here's the secret: the more disciplined you become, the more natural it feels. You start to develop a rhythm, a flow, where your actions become second nature. It stops feeling like a fight. It starts feeling like a lifestyle. Discipline becomes your ally, your partner in success. And when that happens, it's no longer about trying to stay disciplined. It's just who you are. You will begin to see the shift. The small habits that once felt like a struggle will become part of your identity. The discomfort of pushing through will give way to the confidence of knowing you can handle whatever comes your way. You won't be afraid of hard work. You'll embrace it because you know it's the path to your growth, your success, your future. Discipline doesn't make things easier. It makes you stronger. It transforms you into someone who doesn't just wait for things to happen, but who actively creates their own success. Every time you make that disciplined choice, you become more capable, more powerful, more in control. You're not just building a future, you're building the best version of yourself, and that version will not be stopped. Because once you commit to discipline, nothing can stand in your way. Keep going, because every step forward is a step towards becoming the person you were always meant to be. The road to success is never straight, and it's rarely easy. There will be times when you doubt yourself, when the obstacles seem insurmountable, and when every part of you wants to take the easier path. But here's the truth: those who succeed aren't those who never face difficulties. They are those who refuse to let those difficulties stop them. They use discipline as their shield, their armor against the storms of life. It's not about avoiding the challenges. It's about facing them head on with unwavering resolve. Discipline is what keeps you moving forward, even when the finish line seems so far away. It's what pushes you to take that extra step, even when you feel exhausted, even when your mind tells you to quit. It teaches you that your greatest strength isn't in how fast you can achieve success, but in your ability to persevere when the road gets tough. Every time you push through, every time you resist the urge to give in, you're proving to yourself that you are stronger than any obstacle, any fear, or any doubt. What you're building isn't just a future of success, it's a mindset of resilience. When you are disciplined, you become someone who refuses to be a victim of circumstance. You take control. You decide what your life will look like, not the challenges you face. And this is where true power lies. Success isn't just about what you do, it's about how you think. It's about adopting a mindset that says, I can and I will, no matter what. The most successful people in the world have one thing in common: they don't let temporary discomfort stop them. They understand that discomfort is part of the process. They understand that true growth doesn't come from staying in your comfort zone. It comes from pushing past the pain, past the fear, past the doubt. It comes from choosing to be disciplined when every part of you wants to quit. And as you push through that discomfort, you grow stronger. You become someone who can handle even more, who can face even bigger challenges because you've built the muscle of discipline. This is where your transformation begins. Not in the moments of ease, but in the moments of struggle. When you stay disciplined in the face of challenges, you build a version of yourself that is unshakable, unbreakable, and unstoppable. Each day you show up, each day you make the disciplined choice to keep going, you are reinforcing your inner strength. You are becoming the person who can handle anything that comes their way. And when you look back at how far you've come, you'll realize that the struggles weren't setbacks. They were stepping stones, each one bringing you closer to your greatest potential. The beauty of discipline is that it gives you control. It teaches you that no matter what happens around you, you have the power to decide how you will respond. Life will throw everything it has at you. There will be days when it feels like nothing is going your way, when the weight of the world is on your shoulders, and when quitting seems like the easiest option. But it's in those moments, those hardest moments, where your discipline will shine the brightest. Your discipline is your refusal to let the world dictate your future. It's your commitment to keep pushing, no matter how heavy the load feels. And the more you practice discipline, the more natural it becomes. It becomes less about forcing yourself to do the work and more about living the life you've designed. You'll reach a point where discipline isn't something you do. It's simply who you are. It becomes second nature. Every action you take will be in alignment with your highest goals, your truest purpose. Success will no longer feel like a distant dream, but a reality you are actively creating. So when the road gets tough, when you feel like you're on the verge of giving up, remember this. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is your decision to stay disciplined. Your success isn't determined by what happens to you. It's determined by what you choose to do with every moment, every challenge, every step forward. Keep going. The life you're building is worth every moment of effort, and you are stronger than you know. The best is yet to come. There will be days when it feels like nothing is going right, when every step forward feels heavier than the last. In those moments, you may question if all the effort is worth it, if all the sacrifice will ever pay off. But here's what you need to remember. Discipline doesn't require you to feel motivated every day. It requires you to show up even when the motivation is nowhere to be found. It's in those days of resistance that your discipline is truly tested, and those are the days that matter the most. Because it's not the easy days that change your life, it's the hard ones. Success isn't built on a foundation of perfect days. It's built on a foundation of consistently doing the work, regardless of how you feel. You're not always going to be inspired. You're not always going to wake up ready to tackle the world. But if you can push through the resistance, if you can keep your commitment to discipline in those moments, you will be amazed at how much progress you can make. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you're strengthening the foundation of your future success. Think about the things you want most in life. Think about the dreams, the goals, the future you've envisioned for yourself. They won't be handed to you. They won't come easily. But that doesn't mean they're out of reach. It simply means they require something more from you. They require consistency. They require the ability to keep moving forward, even when it feels like the world is against you. You can't expect greatness if you aren't willing to put in the work, especially when the work feels difficult. But every step you take, every small action of discipline, is a declaration that you are willing to fight for what you want. You might not see the results today or even tomorrow, but the effort you put in now will compound over time. Every action, every choice to stay disciplined, stacks on top of the last, building momentum that will eventually carry you farther than you ever thought possible. Discipline doesn't give instant rewards, but it guarantees results if you stay committed. The results may not show up when you expect them, but they will come. You will look back one day and realize that the time you spent being disciplined, when no one was watching, when it felt like no progress was being made, was the very thing that made all the difference. This is where you must trust the process. Trust that every action, no matter how small, is part of the bigger picture. You are laying the groundwork for your success brick by brick. It may not look like much right now, but over time, that steady effort will turn into something extraordinary. And one day you will look back and see how far you've come. You will realize that every challenge, every struggle was simply a stepping stone to the person you become. Discipline isn't easy, but that's what makes it so powerful. It shapes you into someone who can handle the challenges, who doesn't give up when things get tough. It makes you a person who moves through life with purpose, who stays true to their goals, and who doesn't let anything stand in their way. It's the commitment to the process, even when the results aren't visible yet, that will determine your success. The world will try to distract you. It will throw obstacles in your path. But if you remain disciplined, if you keep your focus on the prize and stay true to your daily commitments, you will rise above the noise. Your future is not determined by how hard the journey is, but by how unwilling you are to quit. Keep going, because every moment of discipline brings you one step closer to your dreams. You are building the life you've always wanted, one disciplined choice at a time, and nothing can stop you from reaching it. There will be times when it feels like the entire world is moving faster than you. It might seem like others are succeeding with ease, while you're still grinding, still fighting to stay disciplined. But understand this, the journey is not a race. It's not about who gets there first. It's about who stays the course. When you choose discipline over fleeting motivation, when you choose consistency over convenience, you are building something that will outlast any momentary burst of enthusiasm. The person who can stay focused on their goal, regardless of how slow or difficult the progress may seem, is the one who will ultimately reach the summit. Discipline is the difference between wishing for success and achieving it. It's the difference between dreaming about the life you want and living that life. It's not always glamorous. It's not always easy, but the rewards are unmatched. Every time you show up, even when you don't feel like it, you're proving something to yourself. You are capable. You are resilient. You are someone who takes responsibility for their future. And every small action you take with discipline is a step closer to the life you've been dreaming of. What's crucial to remember is that discipline isn't just about willpower. It's about creating systems that support your success, structures that keep you accountable even when you don't feel like being accountable. It's about designing a life where success isn't a matter of motivation, but a matter of habit. When you make discipline your daily practice, it becomes ingrained in who you are. It becomes something you do automatically without thinking. And in those moments when the going gets tough, it's that automatic discipline that will carry you through. Look around you. The world is filled with distractions, excuses, and countless things that try to pull your attention away from your purpose. But those who are successful, the ones who truly achieve greatness, are the ones who don't get caught up in the noise. They are the ones who make a decision and stick with it, even when it feels like everything is against them. They don't rely on motivation alone. They rely on their commitment to their discipline. It's in the daily actions, the small, consistent steps that they build the life others only dream of. You might think that success is a matter of luck or of circumstances aligning perfectly. But the truth is, success is a result of decisions. Decisions to show up, to keep going, to stay focused no matter the obstacles. The most successful people aren't the ones who have the best circumstances or the most opportunities. They are the ones who have mastered the art of showing up, even when the conditions aren't ideal, even when it feels like the odds are stacked against them. And here's the most powerful part. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, every time you make the decision to keep pushing forward, you are transforming yourself. You are becoming the person who can handle the challenges, who can face adversity and keep moving forward. You are building the mental and emotional strength that will carry you through whatever life throws at you. The external world may change, but the power of your disciplined mindset will remain unshaken. Your future is built in the small moments of discipline. It's not in the big, flashy achievements, but in the steady, persistent effort you make each and every day. So when the going gets tough, when you feel like giving up, remember this: every moment of discipline you choose is an investment in the life you want to live. And if you keep showing up, even when it feels hard, even when it feels like nothing is changing, you will eventually look back and realize that the person you became on the journey was the true reward all along. Keep going. Keep pushing. The best version of you is waiting at the finish line, and it's being built with every single disciplined step you take. There will be moments when the weight of it all feels unbearable, when you question whether it's worth it, whether the sacrifices are truly going to lead to something meaningful. In these moments, it's easy to believe that maybe you're just not cut out for this. Maybe it's too hard, too far, too much. But it's in these very moments that your discipline is being forged. It's not when everything is going smoothly that your strength is built. It's when you feel like giving up and you choose not to. Discipline doesn't wait for the perfect moment. It demands that you show up now. It doesn't care about how tired you are or how much easier it would be to give up. It doesn't care about your circumstances. What it cares about is the commitment you make to your future. It's about showing up even when you don't feel like it. When you push through the discomfort, when you do what you said you would do despite every reason not to, that's when you prove to yourself that you are stronger than anything standing in your way. Imagine just for a moment what it would be like to be the person who never quits, to be the person who, no matter how hard the journey gets, always shows up and does the work. That's what discipline builds in you. It builds resilience. It builds strength. It builds character. The more you practice discipline, the more you begin to realize that it's not the challenges you face that define you, but how you choose to face them. Every obstacle becomes an opportunity to prove to yourself just how much you can endure, how much you can grow. Your dreams are waiting for you, but they're not going to come to you on their own. You have to go after them with everything you have. That means putting in the work day after day, even when it doesn't feel exciting or glamorous. That means continuing to put in the effort when others are resting, when it's easy to give in, when the path gets rough. It's about choosing long-term rewards over instant gratification. It's about making a choice to be disciplined, to do what needs to be done, even when no one is watching and no one is applauding your effort. Success doesn't just happen overnight. It's built with consistency. It's built with 1,000 little actions, decisions, and steps that on their own might seem insignificant, but when compounded over time, create an unstoppable force. Discipline is the key that unlocks this potential. It's the muscle that, when exercised, becomes stronger and more resilient with each passing day. And just like any muscle, the more you use it, the more natural it becomes. What once felt like a struggle becomes part of your routine, part of your identity. But here's the thing. You have to trust the process. The days when it feels like you're not making progress, when you don't see any immediate results, are often the days that are doing the most for you. That's when your character is being shaped. That's when you're building the foundation for your future success. If you give up when you're close to breaking through, you'll never know just how close you were. Stay disciplined. Stay committed. Trust that every small, consistent action is adding up to something bigger than you can see right now. When you push through the hard times, you prove to yourself that you are capable of achieving anything. You break down the walls of self-doubt and replace them with confidence. You stop questioning whether you have what it takes and start believing that success isn't just for a lucky few. It's for anyone who is willing to work for it, and that includes you. You are capable, you are strong, and if you stay disciplined, there's nothing you can't achieve. So the next time you feel like giving up, remember this. Your success is not defined by how often you feel motivated. It's defined by how often you choose to show up, no matter what. The person you are becoming through this journey, through every action, every moment of discipline is worth everything. Keep going, keep pushing. Because the life you want is being built brick by brick every single day. You have the strength, you have the power, and most importantly, you have the discipline to make it happen. There will be days when the temptation to quit will feel overwhelming. Days when everything inside you is screaming to take a break, to step back, to escape the discomfort. But in those moments, remember that quitting is not an option for those who are committed to their success. Discipline is the muscle that gets stronger every time you resist that urge to give up. It's in the moments when you feel like walking away that you're being tested. And it's when you decide to stay, when you choose to push forward, that you are building the very foundation of your greatness. The most powerful thing about discipline is that it transforms you from the inside out. It's not just about accomplishing tasks or achieving goals. It's about becoming someone who can handle anything. It's about shifting your identity from someone who waits for motivation to show up to someone who takes action, no matter how they feel. The more you practice discipline, the more you realize that it's not the world that needs to change for you to succeed. It's you. You must change. You must evolve into the person who doesn't just talk about their dreams, but takes the actions necessary to make them come true. Every day you choose discipline, you are becoming that person. Every time you decide to stay focused when distractions are everywhere, you are reinforcing your future. The life you want is being built with every decision you make in the present moment. And while the results may not be immediately visible, trust that they are happening. The work you put in today will pay off tomorrow, but it won't be the result that defines you. It will be the person you've become through your commitment, your effort, and your discipline. When you learn to embrace discomfort as part of the process, you shift your perspective on success. It's no longer about avoiding pain, avoiding struggle, or waiting for the perfect time. Success is about learning to work through the discomfort, knowing that it's leading you somewhere far greater than you can imagine. And the beauty of discipline is that it doesn't rely on external circumstances. It doesn't need the perfect environment or the perfect conditions. It thrives when you show up, regardless of how you feel. It thrives when you decide that your goals matter more than the temporary discomfort you may face. The results will come, but they will not come easily. They will come because you've shown up day after day and given your best effort, no matter how small the task. When you discipline yourself to take the next step, even when it feels difficult, you're setting yourself up for a future where your dreams are a reality. But this isn't just about achieving goals. It's about becoming the person who can achieve anything. Every choice to stay disciplined strengthens your ability to succeed. Every choice to keep going when it's hard is a step closer to mastering the art of creating your own destiny. When you are disciplined, you don't wait for success to find you. You go after it. You take the reins of your life and steer it in the direction you want to go. You refuse to let circumstances dictate your path. You know that the power to create the life you want is in your hands, and you refuse to let go of it. This is the true meaning of success, not just reaching a goal, but becoming someone who is capable of reaching any goal they set. So when the doubt creeps in, when the temptation to give up is strong, remember this: every moment of discipline is an investment in your future self. You are shaping your destiny with every step you take and every effort you make. The life you dream of is not far away. It's being built one disciplined choice at a time. And no matter how hard the road seems right now, remember, you are capable. You are strong. And with every step, you're getting closer to your greatest success. Keep going. You are on the path. And that path is leading you to greatness. You've reached our limit of messages per hour. Please try again later.